Hey Sag, we've got some pumpkin lanterns just for you. Happy October, welcome, welcome. Stay right tuned to us because we've got some information about your passions you've been looking for and fulfillment of your heart, and it looks like you're coming into knowing what you want and how you want to manifest them. So we're going to talk about it, coming right up. Sagittarius, here we are. How are you? Missed you. What am I wearing? I have no idea. It is crazy and wild and fun, and we're in the month of October now, ready to celebrate Halloween. And you know what? If there's anybody that you would go to a Halloween party with and wear something fun and crazy and whatever it may be, the person you want to go with is a Sagittarius. Or at least you want them in the crowd, because you can really be free to be yourself even while you're being someone else. They're some of my most favorite people to experience things with. Just kind of it's very natural and very fun. Anyway, so this is, I put this on to be like pink with passion, because you guys have a lot of passion right now within finding what you are looking for within fulfillment of your heart. And I love that. And you are just traveling and having that sort of wanderlust. Where does that word come from anyway? Wanderlust. But you're very inspiring to me right now. And I love it. So that's why we're wearing this crazy fun pink with stuff. Almost like a costume in itself. And so, hey, what are you guys going to be for Halloween? Anybody going to have any fun? Fun? If anybody can have fun, it's a Sagittarius. Love the way you guys express yourself. So let's see what these cards... I like this one. But these cards want to say to you. It'll just take me a moment to straighten them, and we'll be right back. Oh, hey everybody. I just wanted to remind you that we've got the YouTube zombie algorithms, and they like subscriptions, and they also like thumbs up too, because they're greedy and grumpy. So maybe if you could help us out with one of those, that would be great. Thanks. Okay, Sag, you ready to do this? So, it talks about in your center section here, it talks about how recently you're going to either, let's see, like little events or celebrations, get-togethers. Sometimes it can be weddings, sometimes it can be levels of partnerships, but it's being able to get together with people is celebratory, and to come together, and it's wonderful, especially if you're doing it with friends or friends you haven't seen in a while. And this talks of choices and actions, the two choices. Two's actions of which of types of events of these things you want to go to. We probably just ran through different levels of wedding season and stuff like that. But these are events and get-togethers and partnerships, and choosing these partnerships. So it's all positive things. It does say that within yourself, you are definitely allowing yourself to get the proper rest, reprieve, relaxation, meditation. Some of these events and seeing these people and partnerships and everything, that's helped within this, within your striving, your youthful striving, within your mind to get to where you need to go, because swords are of the mind. Okay. It does say in your recent past. Now it's interesting because whenever you see the death card here, there's a death card, and it's kind of next to the celebratory sort of wedding sort of theme. It can also talk about when you're in your own mind going through the sort of theme of life and death and what that means to you. So with some people, sometimes it does mean, and this is your past here, sometimes it does mean someone actually dies, you go to a funeral or this or that, but it's more so like a death of an ending. And with the Eight of Wands within the focus and the direction of the actions that you've had to take, there was something with an ending of a death where it made you take some actions because of that, in the movement that where you had to go, what things you had to do were directly related to that, to the death card of endings. But it wasn't hard because the death card's reversed, so it wasn't something that was difficult. Moving, let's go down here, your baseline. The baseline is interesting. Once again, you've got this theme of the celebratory and the fours and the foundation of a four, and coming together, and what it means for you to be celebrating with the people that you do celebrate with. You're being very realistic. You're being kind of, your fantasies and your thoughts and your whimsical thoughts are realistic and celebrate. It's a mature level of celebration. And over here, this is fascinating. So over here we have a level of you releasing of some of your old ways of thinking of things had to be. Not being miserly, opening up, releasing, being open about new ideas of how to manifest some things, and you're being more charismatic. Sometimes with the Knight of Wands, when it comes in reversed, can mean some negative things, but it's not coming through that way. It's actually coming through the Knight of Wands is going into the future and is really kind of jumping into the future and has quite a positive energy about him in his movement towards the future, and being charismatic about it instead of holding on and miserly to old ways of doing things. So that's a good thing to have in your attitude. And oh, here's what's interesting. So in your environment, it talks of lots of manifesting for the long term of how you want your, like your legacy, your environment, your sanctuary, all of that, how you want that to look. So you must be coming, I know that you were recently going into levels of your passions of your heart, because we had a lot of cups and emotions and your passions towards life and wanting to find that fulfillment. Well, you must be coming into some level of coming around of what you do want, because now you have this manifesting in your environment with the pentacles of what you want your sanctuary to look like, what you want your environment, and how you build that in your legacy and long term. So you've transitioned, so there must be something that you're finding within your journey towards your passions and your fulfillment. Coming into the future, this one is a little interesting. I'm not totally sure about this, but it does talk about the mind thinking and obsessing a little bit upon a situation where you've got the Two of Cups that are kind of reversed here. And I vibed into this and I'm like, yeah, they actually are reversed, because sometimes you have to look at cards, and even though they're reversed, some cards get more positive reversals, some cards are just looking in a different direction or having a relationship with a different card. So it's not always like some people are like, oh, it's bad. No, not at all. But this one is interesting. This one is the Two, and twos have to do with like choices and decisions. But this one is the Two of Cups, which is kind of like a Romeo Juliet type feel. It's a very youthful, young, not necessarily mature, because the Lover's card is the mature version of a relationship. Well, this has to do with kind of a slightly love lost, or something that didn't transpire and work out. That relationship that you had didn't quite work out the way you wanted it. And now what I'm trying to figure out is, who is this happening to? It's something that you're going to experience, and you're obviously going to have thoughts about it. It brings you a little bit of worry or anxiety about it. But I'm not so sure that it happens to you. But there's concern. You know, Sagittarius do really care about other people. So if you do see sort of the love lost in maybe a youthful person, because this is a youthful love union, a younger person, a youthful person, where they feel a little let down, that a relationship or a friendship that was super strong to them, and then they kind of, it feels childish almost. Not in a bad sense, youthful childish is what I mean within this play of this card. That it doesn't quite turn out to be the way you wish or that person wishes it did turn out to be. So there's a little bit of worry in that. It's not a big deal, but sometimes relationships of certain sorts fall through and we let each other down a little bit, but that's okay. We're all on a journey. We're all trying to figure stuff out. It's not easy, and sometimes people have to do some stuff and go their own way for a little bit to figure some things out, and it's kind of sad to see it go, or sad to see it kind of break up a little bit in some fashion. Moving forward, not sure exactly, I'm not getting a clear read on exactly what that is, but so it fascinates me. I'm curious to what that is. That's coming up in the near future. Okay, so then there is a King of Pentacles, and actually it's in the hopes and fears area, and this comes through as King of Pentacles is a master of his finances and his foundation and security and all that. And it's coming through in that energetic. The hopes to be financial, it says financially independent, hoping to get word on something that'll help you to become financially independent. Page of Wands is bringing word of something to you, and you're hoping that it's not good news. So that's interesting. We'll see what happens with that. Coming into the future, we have energies of you're having the deep hermit of looking into one of the victory cards. But the interesting thing about this is you're having a new reflection on what you really view as victory, what you view as triumphant. And what you used to view 5 years ago is not exactly what you view now. What you're going for, of what you want to be victorious in and accomplished and celebrated for. You're going to have in the near future some really deep thoughts on that, of what is really important in that respect for you. And here's the last push on the forward thinking within the future is you have an Ace of Swords upside down, and a lot of times with the Ace of Swords upside down, you've got a double, so it emphasizes it. Your angels are, because you got the Temperance here, your angels are really trying to, let me go back to this one. Sometimes I forget to go back and forth on the screens. I apologize. Your angels are really trying to help you to remember that the Ace of Swords is kind of like this. The Ace of Swords is with the minds, and aces, of course, are new, this or that. But the one thing I want to say, when you see it reversed and a double reversal, is sometimes, you remember like the Romans when they had the king at the end of the gladiators, and at the end he'd either say yay or he'd say nay. And we don't want to get into what I thought about, the gladiators. That stuff was horrible. But to have other people give the total thumbs up on you or the total thumbs down and give them all that power, whether putting you on a pedestal and saying, wow, you're fantastic, or saying, we don't like you, or we don't like it, or, on whatever it is, keep that in perspective. You've got a little bit of energy coming forward within something that kind of, because you got the Ace of Cups with a new project that is close to your heart that you want to do, and you got some energies gonna poo-poo on that parade. And I just say, well, go, maybe it wasn't their cup of tea, or this or that, or someone's having a mood. We've got a lot of energies with the 5 planets retrograde right now. We've got a lot of triggering going on with people. So who knows why people are doing some things right now. It's best not to play into it. And don't play into whether somebody gives you the thumbs down on something. Just progress forward. If it's truly something that you want to do and it's in your heart, you'll find another way. And you'll rework it. So it's just warning about that a little bit in the future. And your angels and guides with the Temperance card is saying, remember what's most important. And what's most important is whether you're giving yourself the thumbs up, the Ace of Swords up. And that's the truth. And swords straight up is what the real truth is. So that's the most important thing. Okay, so I'm going to come back in a moment and do the wrap-up for you. Okay, Sagittarius. So basically what we've got in the wrap-up, we've got lots of events and people and celebratory and partnerships coming together, choosing between which ones you want to go to. It looks like you're getting the rest and relaxation, the recoup that you need. Fantastic. The journeys with the past from endings that have taken you to your directions you need to go to. Lightening up, being more charismatic. You're coming into the energies of knowing what you want for your future and manifesting it in your long-term goals. Being financially independent, you're hoping for news forward coming with that. I don't know if the anxiety with sort of the love lost, the youthful falling out, or didn't quite meet your expectations coming forward in the next like week, 2 weeks. Somewhere you'll just go through a tiny bit of that, but you'll get through it because you've got a lovely heart, and you'll allow others to be as they need to be, as you always do. That's why I'm wearing this outfit for you. Only for you. Pink for passion. And going into the future, you've got success and victory and revealing with the Hermit with what it truly means for you. Success and victory. So it's a whole new level of where you're going. And Daisy, get a nice little itch there, baby. Oh, baby. You cutie. She's such a sweetie. Such a tiny little thing, aren't you? I'm sorry. So then we go to the last part with the not being overly concerned with whether people are totally building you up or giving you the thumbs down on something, especially a new project that's deep, close to your heart. People can be really iffy and triggered right now within the energy of the planets and stuff, and just allow them to be that. Don't pay that much attention to it. So very interesting, very good, and I'm sure I'll see you mid-month for mid-October, and as you're getting closer to Halloween and stuff, I hope you have fun with it this year. I hope you do, because you really can, especially with the kids, and especially if you want to be clever. And if anybody should be there at a get-together occasion, it should be you, because we really appreciate the energy that you bring to a room when you're there. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Moosh moosh. Talk to you soon.